Hello everybody and welcome back. We are here for week 31 of the hashtag Altered Index 2024 challenge. This is the Tuesday challenge that I'm hosting in my Facebook group, Nonstop Papercrafts. This is also being hosted in the Junk Journaling for Everyone Facebook group. Thank you so much to everybody that has been participating so far. We are already at week 31. We're obviously going up to week 52. So right till the end of the year, and it's always fantastic to see everybody's takes on the different prompts. So this week, our three prompts, we have squares, the word is peace, and the colour is black. So there are three for this week: black, peace and squares. And that's peace as in silence and peace and quiet, not peace as in pieces of things. So this one I had to rack my brains a little bit. I think mostly because when I saw the word peace, I was thinking of peace on earth, which is the sentiment I've actually cut out. But obviously the earth is round. So when I was thinking of the squares, I was thinking, how can I do this? So what I have decided, I'm just going to move those pieces over. So I've got my 6x4 index card, and I've cut another piece of paper that's the same size, just to kind of give it a bit more stability, because these index cards are incredibly thin. And then I've dug out, because I was thinking of peace on earth and thinking of the world, I then started thinking, well, I've got lots of kind of travel themed scrapbook papers. So I've got world maps, I've got postage stamps, like when you stamp your passport when you go around, I've got tickets, and yeah, and then I've got a little bit of my black card. I mean, I know my writing's in black, so I'm kind of ticking that box anyway. But because I only had 5 types of scrapbook paper, I thought I need a 6th one, because I'm going to do inch squares and then kind of make a pattern and then have my sentiment on there as well. So that's my plan. So the world, the peace on earth, the world part are my paper patterns. My squares is going to be, like I say, a pattern of squares on here with the pattern papers. I'll have black as one of them, but also my writing's in black, and then I've got peace on earth in there as well. So that's how I'm hoping everything will come together. So the first thing I need to do is chop these up. Now I'm only going to need 4 inch squares of each paper. So I'm going to slide that in, line it up with the inch. Make sure they're all lined up. That's better. I do apologise if my voice has gone a little bit croaky. I kind of sound like a hormonal teenage boy at the moment with my voice breaking. Okay, so that's an inch. Then I'm just going to do lots of little inch squares. Like I said, I need about 4, but I'll just go down this entire strip and see how far I get. So that's an inch. Just trying to keep them lined up. I probably should put a paperclip or something on it. That would make more sense, wouldn't it? 1, 2, 3, 4. I'm going to do an extra one, only because my index cards, although they say that they are 4x6, they're always out a little bit. So at least if I've got some spares, I've got some spares. Okay, so they're not quite an inch, I don't think. Oh, actually they are. Okay. Right. Oh, I also need black, don't I? So let's do some black inch squares. Right, so that's all of my squares cut. So these I'll just put to the side because I might use those for something else. Let's bring this in. I think first of all I'm just going to sort these. So I've got black, now I do want to try and keep them in some kind of order. So I think I'm going to have them in that order, only because of like the colours and patterns and things. Oh, that one doesn't look like it's an inch. Oh, if we keep that at the bottom, because we can use that at the end. Let's start sticking these down. So I was debating whether I wanted to ink them, but I don't think I do. I think I'm just going to stick them down. But yeah, I struggled when I saw Peace, because like I said, I thought Peace tends to be in kind of sentiments that are more Christmas related, aren't they? But I thought I don't want to do anything Christmassy. I'm not a Christmas in July gal. I can't think about Christmas when it's not Christmas time. December for me, I mean, I am the biggest Christmas fan ever. I'm such a child when it comes to Christmas. But that's in December. I can't cope with Christmas outside of December. It's just too much excitement for my little brain to be having all that Christmas joy twice a year. So I thought of Peace on Earth, which I know again also could be a Christmassy sentiment. But I was then thinking, okay, well, squares, it would have been much better if circles had come up, which I think is actually one of the prompts in the envelope somewhere. But I was trying to be good and trying to be fair and literally just going with whatever was pulled out, because it is supposed to be a challenge. So I didn't want to cheat and start digging around for the word circle just because it fits with the idea that I was having. So I was trying to be good. Right, and that fits on there like so. And then on the next bit down, I'm going to shuffle things over, but not one space. I think I'm going to go 2 spaces just to make it a little bit more interesting. So I'm going to shuffle over 2 spaces. Yeah, it's typical that it's the summer holidays and I've suddenly got a croaky throat. And it's not like I've been doing lots of shouting and yelling either. I normally get a croaky throat. Normally it's September, October time, because where I work in a classroom, obviously where you project your voice, where obviously you haven't done that over the summer holidays for all those 6 weeks, and then suddenly you're back doing it again. It's normally sort of September, October, my voice starts to become a little bit croaky again. So I'm not sure why it's happening in August, but never mind. That means this one's going to go here. So you could obviously just stick these down randomly, but I just didn't want to chance like ones being near each other. So I thought at least this way, if I kind of keep it in an order, then it should work out just fine. Right, so if we then go 2 along, so it's going to come under this black one. And actually the back's quite nice as well, but it just didn't have anything map-like or travel-like on it, so that's why I've stuck with the tickets on the other side. And that's my only double-sided one, all the others are single-sided. We've got the black. But yeah, I'm really enjoying these index challenges because they are a challenge. Like I said, I think somebody laughed at me before because I said, oh, this one's really challenging. And they're like, but it's your prompts. Yeah, they are my prompts. But obviously at the beginning of the year, I just come up with a list of words. Didn't really think about how they were going together or how I would be able to do any of them. Because obviously I want it to be a challenge. I want it to be somewhere where I can perhaps try and think outside the box a little bit. But yeah, I have enjoyed them. I've really liked it. And it's really cool how different actually each of the index cards look. They don't all look the same. I think what I'll do is when we kind of start getting to the end, or when we're at the end maybe, I'll do a flip through so you can see all of the cards together. And actually I'd quite like to see some of your flip throughs if you're keeping your cards. It'd be nice at the end to see flip throughs from you guys as well actually. Right, so where were we? So that's gone there. So if it moves over 2, we're back at the beginning, aren't we? Okay, either my cutting was super bad. Let's have a look. No. Yeah. Something's not quite right, is it? Could be my cutting. It's quite possible. Maybe we just trim a little bit off the bottom. Nobody will ever know. Whoops. Now it's all sliding. Right, let's see what we've got. That one's got a more mappy look. So we'll have that one. And my last one, what have we got here? Again, that one looks more like a map. Yeah, I think I'm just going to trim a little bit off the bottom. Right, okay. So we have obviously got some spare squares. That's fine, not a problem. I'm just going to shuffle those out of the way though. I quite like that. Now we need to figure out where Peace on Earth is going to go. So I have cut out each of the letters, which I now can't pick up. So something like that, obviously a little bit straighter, but generally speaking, that's how it's going to look. Yeah, okay, I'm going to grab my tweezers only because this is going to get super fiddly if I'm trying to do it with my fingers. Okay, so yeah, so I'm using a different glue at the moment. This is my Kalal glue. It's a clear glue. Can get a bit smelly, which is why I kind of changed over to the Barely Arts glue, but I've got this teeny bit left in this bottle and I kind of just want to get it finished, which is why I'm using this. I mean, it's still a very good glue. But as I said, it's just a little bit smelly. It's a bit like Fabri-Tac, really. I mean, it's great for fabrics. But yeah, I'm really enjoying the Barely Art glue at the moment. I know lots of people have been asking the comparison with art glitter glue. I don't know. I've never used art glitter glue. I've always found it to be quite expensive in the UK. Or certainly the last time I looked, I kind of gave up looking, I think. Okay, so piece. Yeah, so another thing I hate about this is it gets very stringy, again, like Fabri-Tac. Right, so piece, and I kind of flicked my N over here, so let's bring you back. Let's do on. And then hopefully that base is dry enough for me to just trim off that bottom. Now, I'll be really interested to see how you interpret these prompts for this one. Like I said, it was a bit of a head scratcher for me for a little while. I kind of stood around in my craft room looking around thinking, okay, squares, peace. Like I went through all of my sentiment stamps and those, because I've been using a lot of those sentiment strips, stickers in my cards. Couldn't find anything that had peace on it. And then, like I said, the only thing I could think of were Christmassy sentiments, so peace on earth and all that kind of stuff. So I was thinking, right, okay, so if it's earth, what could we do? And that's when I thought of the maps, so that's the direction I've gone in. But yeah, I'll be interested to see how you guys do. I mean, obviously you might decide to do a Christmassy one. Like I said, I just can't cope with Christmas, not at this time of year. Oh, made that a bit too much of a bigger glue blob. That's better. Yeah, I don't feel I get as messy with my Barely Art glue either, so that's another reason why I've switched. But like I said, I've just got this teeny bit left in this bottle that I'm just determined to finish up. Although I think that might be it. Might have to finish with this one after all. Oops. Right, that's better. Right, okay. Let's put that glue bottle to the side because also we don't need that one anymore. I'll give that a clean out and maybe use that for something else. Right, so I'm just going to trim off that bottom piece. better. Okay, now this is going to get stuck on here. And then obviously we'll have to work out the tab. So let's glue that down. I'm going to glue it from the bottom, because obviously where I've trimmed some from this card, it means there's going to be a gap at the top, but that doesn't matter because that's where our tab goes anyway. Okay, so there's that, and then we have our tab. Just grabbing my template. This is going to go the third one along, so I'm just going to again put a little bit of glue on the back. Slot this into place, and then this is going to go there. And I just need a little bit of glue around there like that. So there's my card. Well, I am super happy with that. So just to check, we've got the word peace, peace on earth. I've used squares, and I have the colour black in there. So it's not overpowered by black. We've got a few black squares, and obviously the writing's in black. But I really like that card, actually. I'm really pleased with how it came out, considering, like I said, it was a bit of a head scratcher when I first started. I would absolutely love to see your take on these prompts. Don't forget, when you are posting on social media, that you are using the hashtag AlteredIndex2024. That way other people can search that hashtag and find your creations. Thank you so much for joining me today. I will see you all in the next crafty video. Bye for now.